This is Someone Like You from the Michael Stanley Band. CVT guitar lesson, actually per gift certificate for Kevin McKinley. So here you go, buddy. This is in standard tuning, and some of the guitar is dominant, some of it is not. Some of the keyboard tonality range is in the guitar tonality range. So on a part or two, I actually gave you some options to play what the keyboards are playing as well. So, but anyways, let's jump in. This is pretty tough, and this is one of the keyboard parts. On the beginning, you'll go 6D, 4G, and 2B. Now, to get a stretch like that, you can't have your thumb up here. It's got to be low. If you ever watch a classical player, you'll see this hand moves around. There's reasons for that. It's for comfortability and to make you be able to get the chord. So that's what it looks like if you want to do this keyboard part. It sounds like this. So you would play the G and B together, palm mute the 6D twice, do it again, and then G and B together, and then a palm mute on the 6D once. You would do that whole thing 2 times. So that comes in at 11 seconds, section 1A. I even put keys above it. If you don't want to do that, you wait till 14 seconds comes in, and I gave you 2 options of how to play this. You can keep that same form and go palm mute 6D, 4G, and no palm mute on the 2B. An easier way to do it, and he may be playing it like this. There was nothing live for me to look at to see. There was one live video I saw, but nothing that was showing him playing, much of the guitar player at all. You can go 6D palm mute, 4G palm mute, and then 6G, and it would be like this. Oops. To me, that's easier. You don't have to worry about the big stretch, but it is 6 times, one time being. And then at 17 seconds in, you'll have a repeat of section 1A 2 times. That's the keys. And then section 1B, which I just played, 1 time, which is really 6 of those within the double dots. And then all of that 3 times. Okay? The next new part you hear, now this is where the verse kicks in. And the guitar is not very dominant, it's more of a keyboard part. So this is some guitar chords that I can hear, maybe blended with some of the keys. A major 7, open A, 2D, 1G, 2B. And I got your fingering in your tabs. Strum them, and then go G, B, E. And then this note's optional because this chord is so ridiculous. And you got to use these fingers. 6D, 2G, 2E, so we'd have to bar that, and 5B. It would sound like this. It would go, oops, no palm mutes. Now, it sounded to me like the keys hit that 6 and the guitar did the other 3 notes. So you could just go, they're holds, so try and let them ring together. Once again, it's really not a heavy guitar part. 1, 2 on the G, and then an open E ringing with that 2G. So you have 46 seconds in, strum the A major 7 again, and then an A2, which is open 2 2 open open. You'd have, and then back on the G, 1 2. Just like earlier, A major 7, back to this. So, back to this. Okay, E major, open 2 2 1, open open, to an F sharp minor bar chord. Okay, I think this is your second CVT I haven't heard you play. I don't know if you can play bar chords, but it's covering everything fret 2 and then 4th fret A and D. If you're new at this, play them as an arpeggio, just meaning, and try to get all 6 strings clear. And then your next step is going to be transitioning, practicing, going from the E major to the F sharp minor. And you'll get there. You may be there now. If the chord's too tough, get rid of the bar, or get rid of the top couple strings, and you can just go. Or you would have to go. You can make it a 3-string bar. Or technically, if you wanted, just 2-4-4. Just take bits and pieces of it. Make the goal to play the whole chord, though. Section 1D, this is a cool part. Reminds me of the Police a little bit. Andy Summers type stuff. 2D, this is what I introed with. This is all palm muted. 5B, 4G, and do that again, and then go DB. Sounds like this. All palm muted. 1E and a, 2E and a. Okay, those are called 16th notes. That's how you count them. Repeat that, but just start with an open D. So connect them. Repeat them again with an altered bass note. Go to 4A. Everything else is the same. That was a little tougher because of the string skipping, right? And then top of page 3, back to the open D. And do it twice. Section 1E, minute 15 in. They play a lot of parts before they get to repeats. I really, really dig this part. Anyways, a lot of chords in here. I like the strumming with it. So the E major, we did that one earlier, right? Open 2, 2. You're going to strum those. Short rest, strum them again. Followed by an up strum, open, open 1, E, B, G. Sounds like this. Okay, we're going to repeat that strum. That's the strum pattern for most of this section. But the chords change to 4, 4, A, D, and 2, G. You're going to strum those 3. And on the upstroke, do E, B, and G. So we have... Next one, from the top string down, 5, 7, 7. Start with that. And then on your upstroke, it's open, open 6. So you would go 5, 7, 7, 6. But here you're just splitting the chord. Same thing, move it up a whole step sharp. That means 2 frets. And just repeat it. Love those opens with these bar-looking chords. So then a C sharp minor bar chord. Bar everything fret 9, add the 11th fret A and D. Just split it. Top 3, and then the up strum on the last 3. Then you're going to go backwards with it, back to this 7th fret root, 7, 9, 9, 8. Go back a whole step. This one's tough. 4, 6, 7. And then upstroke 4, 5, 4, E, B, G. Here's what it looks like. It's an E / G sharp is the name of that. Because this is the E major, but it has a G sharp on the bass end, so you call it E / G sharp. Do the same idea. Now our strum changes here. You're going to go to an A major bar, everything 5th fret, 7 A, D, 6 G. You're going to go. So down, down. You want to break it the first time. In other words, silence it. Second one, let it ring. Move back a half step, 1 fret, and move your middle finger to A flat minor or G sharp minor. Strum it, break, and then go back to the A major and let it ring. So you have And then this is called E suspended. Open 2, 2, 2, open, open. Resolving to an E major. Love that. Regular E major, right? 2, 2, 1. So from 2, 2, 2 to 2, 2, 1. B major, 2A, bar the 4th fret, D, G, and B with your 3rd finger. And go back to the E major. So that part is B suspended to B major, 2A, 4th fret barred, D and G, 5th fret B. And when you resolve it, just move your pinky off and you're barring the 4th fret on that string as well. And that's it for that section. Love it. It's a long section, a lot of chords in there. Then you finally hit a place at 1:37 where you end up repeating bunches of those prior parts. Okay, section 1A, 1B, 1C, 1D, 1E, back to 1A, back to 1B. At 3 minutes and 3 seconds in, we hit section 2A, and it's an A2 chord. It's 2nd fret D and G. Strum all the strings except the top one. Okay, and then you'll go palm mute this here. I think there's a sax solo or something going on behind this. 4A, 6D, 8 times palm muted. It's a C sharp power chord. Move it to 2-4. That's a B power chord, 8 times palm muted. Open and 2nd fret. A and D, 16 times palm muted. And you'll do all that 7 times. It sounds like this. So after you do 7 of those, I'll do the 7th one and then I'll show you what it does. Okay. It'll start over for the first chord, then invert it, just flip it to 6/4 AD. And then you hit repeats again. It's 354 timestamp, section 1D and 1E. All right, top of page 4. Love this part as well. I love his choice of chords. He's a really good rhythm player and lead player. Open 6-6-5. This is going to be D, G, and B. So it's really a C sharp minor with an A bass. And the strum goes. So rest and then let it ring. Repeat it with open 4-4-4. That would be barred. So it sounds like this. Then, right, back to the first one, but put the 4th fret on the A string with it. 2A, 4th fret, D, G, and B. It does all that 7 times. So there's a lot of times going to transpire there. I mean, close to a minute. Here it is a couple times, or at least one time through in real time. That has probably a little distortion on it. If you have a distortion pedal, kick it on there. As a matter of fact, I should have done that already. Let's do this. Okay, so you can even... Alright, solo. There's an actual solo here at the end, like an outro, at 5/10. Boy, that's trebly. It's using what's called octaves. 2A, muted D, 4G. Strum those. The D string should be dead, like that, muted. Slide to 4/6. strum that, slide to 6/8. Vibrato if you can. He's using a whammy bar, which another word for that is vibrato bar. Move it up a half step to 7/9. Vibrato. Then some picking here. On the A, 6/7/9. 7/9/9. Slide to 11. Sounds like this. And then go, after you get to hit the 9 the second time, you slide to 11. 9D and G. You'll bend the 11G. Oops. It's a whole step bend. Okay, once you get there, he does a pinch harmonic, and if you can't get these, don't sweat it. He'll bend it, and he hits the whammy twice. Wah, wah, and then releases it, pulls off to 9. Pinch harmonic, vibrato, 11G. At 520, bend the 11G. And when you do this, back it with at least the middle finger. A lot of times I'll use 3 fingers on that stuff, but... And then down, up, down, 9/9B, 9E. B, we're going to bend it. Once again, there's 3 fingers. You want that. Hold it, release it, pull off to 9. 12 twice, bend, vibrato, rest. So it's, as you're doing that, release it, pull off to 9. Pick 12, bend, hold, release, pull 11, and then go 12B. 11G, pre-bend release. You got to bend it first. Release it and pull off to 9. 11G, vibrato. That's subgrouped right there. 527, go like this. 11G, slide to 13. 1214B. 1114 EB. So, and then on the high E, alternate picks this. 11 12 11 12. So you'll go. Let's see. Yeah. And then 14 12 14. You experiment with fingering. After you go 14 12 14, you'll go 16 14 16. So you can use third and first through all of it, or first and second, and then third and first, and then second and first. 17 16 17. Or yeah, and then 19 17 19. Bend, vibrato, pick, pick, and then 19B, pre-bend, release, pull off to 17. 19 bend, hold, release, pull 17. So it's that would be subgrouped. Okay, top of page 5, almost done. 17, hammer 19 on the B, and then do an upstroke on 16 E. Do that twice. It'll sound like this. Probably go middle third, and then index. Then go 16, hammer 19 on the B, upstroke on the 16 E. So all the E is upstroke. They're all triplets. 1 2 3. Triple lit, triple lit. Back to 17 19. And the 16, this thing right here, will go 4 times. Oops. Really cool riff. After the fourth one, you'll go 16 hammer 19B, and then 16E, 17B, vibrato. 538 timestamp, this is our last riff. It's fading out, kind of hard to hear. 17B bend, hold. But this is such a cool riff, I had to put it in here. 14E up, this is straight alternate picked. 17, 16, 14 on the B. So you have 16, 14, 13 G. Same thing on the D. On the A, it goes 16, 14, 12. And on 16D. So slow, it's... Oops. And like I said, it's faded out by that point. So